Hello and welcome to our third episode of Swift tutorials, and today we're going to be going over loops. So let's get started here. So I'm just going to assume that you already made the playground and did all that stuff. So the first thing we're going to be doing is a for loop. So for now, let's quickly just make the variable. So we can do var apple, and it'll be an integer, of course, and it'll be set to 1. Alright, now to make the for loop, you write for. Now this tells the computer that you're making a for loop, okay? And so for, and this will be blank. Now you can put any letter here, I guess, but it's, well, you'll see. So for L, so for L in, and now we can put down a set range here, or we could put down a condition. So for every time, so this thing is automatically set to 1, okay, because it's the number of times the loop runs, okay. So if we could do for L in, and then the condition here, so it could be like, let's just do range. So we could do 1 to 6, and here's our curly brackets, and inside here is what we want to this is the code we want it to run. So this is for every time L is inside the range of 1 to 6, run this code. So inside this code block, we're going to do let's say L plus equals 1. So what we did here is we're just gonna add 1 to L every time. Oh wait, no, my bad, not L, apple plus equals 1. So then every time this thing runs, this loop runs, we're going to add 1 to the variable apple. So now we have 2 apples, right? Now actually we don't have to name this, how we name something more practical, like apple picking or something like that. For every time we apple pick in 1 to 6, we're going to add an extra apple, and then we'll print to the console the number of apples we have. Alright, so if we let this code run, as you can see, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now here we get an error here. Sorry about that. Okay, so back to our error. It says immutable value apple picking was never used. Consider replacing with underscore or removing it. So what this means is the underscore is merely just a blank. Okay, so why is it telling us this? It's because apple picking, we never actually utilize this, so it's not really necessary to have. So we can always just get rid of this and be like, wow, much better. So, yep. So just gonna let that run. Yep, there we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. See, so it'll run from 1 to 6. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, so that's pretty nice. So that's a for loop. There's also another loop called a while loop, I believe. Yes. So you could do. Oh yeah, I forgot. No, never mind. So there's another loop called a while loop. You can this time it's just a while, and then there'll be a condition. So while apple is less than 10, curly brackets inside the code, we'll just add. Okay, so what this does is, so first we wrote while, which is a command, and then next we have to write the condition. So this is, so while, so if you know English, I hope you do. So just while the number of apples is less than 10, just run this code, and once it's equal to 10, it's gonna stop. Okay, so that's how it works. So if we just See, and you can see it here, it says 9 times. Basically, this ran 9 times, and you should probably print out the apple so we'll see the progress. 10, yes, so there are 10 apples. So that's pretty nice. You can also put it inside, if you want to actually see the progress, we can get rid of this. And, oh, actually, before we do that, I just want to explain why we only see 10 and we don't see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's because it goes top to bottom, right? So top, down, and then it does while apple is less than 10. So it adds 1, then goes back up here, adds 1 again, then goes back up here and adds 1 again until it reaches 10, and then it goes down again, okay? So that's why we don't actually see the progress, we just see the end result. So that's why we should go back up here and paste, and I'll wait for it to run. Now we can finally see the progress. So we can go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice, nice, nice. There's also another thing called a break. You can also do another thing called a break. What does this do? It's merely just what a break does is, regardless of the condition up here, the break, it literally just breaks you out of the loop. It doesn't matter about the condition or anything, it just breaks you out immediately. So we can just wait for that to, oh yeah, I haven't printed it out. Yeah, I'm stupid. So to see that end result here, let's just wait for this. Running, 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 and we see 2. Why? Because it went down here. Since it's less than 10, it added 1, and it just broke us out of the loop. So now we only have 2. That's pretty cool. You can also put if-else statements inside the loop, inside the while loop. I'm kind of short on time, so I can't really do that. You can also do a repeat while. So first, notice how if it's already greater than 10, so let's say 11, it's not actually going to run any of this. Look, it's not actually going to run any of this at all, because it's already greater than 10. That's why there's another thing called a repeat. So that means we can just copy this stuff out. Repeat loop, and this is when so repeat, and with curly brackets, we put our code inside. Okay, nice, and then we'll have this thing back here. Now let's let that run. Oh, we don't want that break. Whoops. Get rid of that. Download. And we printed out 2. Okay, now let that load. 12, see, because it went down here, right? It's already bigger than 10, but regardless of that, it goes down here, runs this code, and then sees that it's still greater than 10, so it doesn't matter. If we did like 7 and then let it run, it'll go down here, add 1, since it's still less than 10, it goes back up here, this, that. Okay, so the difference is this still runs the code no matter what on the initial try. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, so I believe that's pretty much it for that's pretty much it for loops. They're really simple. I think you can also do actually no, that's pretty much it for loops. They're pretty simple. Sorry if I rushed this, a little short on time, and yeah, see you guys in the next video.